Mitchell Davis. Do any of you watch him? I love him. Okay, anyway. Today we're doing a video about rereading books. Or books that I need to reread, rather. And these are just a list of things that I read from either like a long time ago, or I read them and I don't remember what happens. Because this memory, dang. 2 concussions don't go for a good memory. So this is actually a pretty long list. And this is probably like, I need to take a whole month to reread all of these. So I'm just gonna put them and list them. And these have no order, really. These are all just books that I thought of off the top of my head that I'm like, huh. Should probably pick that up again at some point in my life. The first book, City of Bones. Why are you looking at me like that? Huh? Are you judging me right now?
I knew that you were gonna pick City of Bones.
Yeah. Okay, like Hannah just said, by the way, Hannah is in my room right there.
Hi guys.
Yeah, okay, so, yeah, she was like, I knew you were gonna pick that, but it's just, I need to reread this because I realized as I was reading the next books in the series, they were like, whatever happened at Renwick's, and I was sitting there like, what happened at Renwick's? And I just realized I don't really remember what happened because the first time I read this before I saw the movie, it wasn't my favorite book ever. Then I saw the movie, I was like, I love it. And then I read the series and I was like, I love it. But I need to reread this. Not just because I love the book so much, but because I need to know what happened at Renwick's. The second book that I need to reread is kind of embarrassing. I thought I remembered more of this than I actually do, which, like, again, that's kind of embarrassing. Mockingjay by Suzanne Collins. So I thought that I remembered everything that happens in this book until they started casting people for Mockingjay. That's when I realized I have no idea who any of these people are. Okay. Next book is, ooh, Caleb, got it. Hello, how you doing? Hush Hush by, what's your face? Becca Fitzpatrick. Ha! This was again one of the first books that I read. I remember one of my good friends from like actuality, real life, told me this is one of her favorite series, and I was like, huh, yeah, let's read it. So I got it, I read it, and I was like, huh, what? Why does she like that? You're so cute. Why are you even, no, stop. And I didn't like it, and thinking back, it could be because I was kind of immature and I didn't probably enjoy the whole fallen angel genre at that point, but now that I'm like older and I have my booktube thing and I do reviews and all that stuff, and I think I have a more of a mature reading style, I think I might like this better the second time around. So anyone who's seen me talk about this book and say I didn't like it, I'm gonna try and reread this and see if I like it better. Also, I just bought the second one and I don't remember anything that happens in this one, so it probably behoove me to reread it unless I want to go into the second one not remembering anything. Woo, Hannah, you're gonna hate me. You're gonna hate me. Third book I need to, fourth, I'm not even gonna start numbering them. I need to reread Paper Towns by John Green. And the thing that influenced me to say that I need to reread this is I can't remember the main character's name. I think once you forget a main character's name, it's probably time to reread the book. So all I remember in this book is that they graduate with nothing under their graduation gowns, and that the ending sucked. That's all I remember out of this whole book.
I don't even remember his name.
What?
I don't even remember his name.
What is his name? I also have it in hardback now, and I haven't read it yet because I got this in a box set, but I'd already read it, so now I can read it and like break it in. Cool, that's neato. Let's be real, let's be honest, let's just get this one out of the way while we're talking about John Green books. I need to reread this baby before the movie comes out, and I know I remember every single freaking detail about this book just because I fangirl about it on a daily basis. More like a weekly basis because I can't handle that much pain in one day. Anyway, I think I need to reread this because honestly I've only read this twice, and I know you're like, only twice? Usually people only read a book once. But I read this in March of 2012, broke my heart, loved it so much, deemed it as my favorite book. Then I reread it that same summer, hurt even worse, loved it still the same. Good job. 10/10 John Green. But then, ever since then, I haven't reread it. I've definitely, like, skimmed through this. Like, I pretty much have the whole first chapter memorized because that's how often I pick it up and go, ah. So, before the movie comes out, I'm gonna reread this, and it's gonna be on a weekend. I want to read it all in one day and just have a day with Augustus Waters and Hazel Grace because I do love this book very much. I just talk about it like I hate it because there's a bittersweet part of me that does, and if you've read it, you understand. The next book I need to reread is The Vampire Academy by Rochelle Mead. You could be having deja vu right now because I read this summer, and somehow I remember nothing. Not a squelch, nothing. And it's weird because I thought I was gonna like this and I didn't end up liking it, so I think that might have something to do with why I didn't like it. However, I bought the next 3 books in the series and I'm gonna try and marathon them. So I'm gonna end up having to reread this because I don't remember anything! And it was, it's kind of upsetting because because I just don't want to have to reread it because I didn't like this book. I remember not liking it. I'm going to stop talking about it because I'm going to get upset. I don't want to reread this, but I'm going to have to read the series because I hear the series gets better. You feel me? Kind of? Good. Moving on. The next book slash series slash saga that I need to reread is the Twilight Saga series books thing. Yeah. Envision a 12-year-old Whitney. Socially awkward, makes even worse jokes than I do now, attention, just thirsty for everything, and just generally not a very good person because the annoyance that existed within me, the capacity of annoying that I was able to carry around was unreal. Imagine giving this book to that 12-year-old. Crazed, massive ball of Edward-loving fangirl. And I haven't reread any of these books since I was 12. Surprisingly, I've never actually reread these. I probably reread Breaking Dawn maybe 7 times, all when I was 12. So, whenever I got my Goodreads account last year, I was sitting down rating all the books I've read, and I started looking at Twilight, and I was like, what do I rate Twilight? Because I read it at a time when I was fangirling so hard over it, when I was obsessed with Robert Pattinson, and I really don't know how to have a professional opinion about this because when I read it, I was just being a professional 12-year-old fangirl.
Lily, baby.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Lily Collins. I had a heart attack! I love her so much. Do you know who Lily Collins is? Clarissa Frey.
Oh, Clary?
The whatever number next I need to reread is The Sea of Tranquility, which I read another 1.5 to 2 years ago. I read this back before it was actually published, so that's a long time ago. Actually, it just became published this summer, so it wasn't that long ago from the time I don't know what I'm even saying, but I do need to reread this. It's been a good 1.5 years, and I know a 1.5 years probably isn't that long to some people compared to mine. What am I even talking? Shut up, Whitney. I'm just gonna stop talking and just say, need to reread this. It has been freshman year since I read this book, and I loved it, and I want to reread it. Anthem by Ayn Rand. This is a copy that I haven't read from yet. I'm so excited to break it in and sticky note it. This is the version that has her little editing in the back, so the book is actually like this big. And oh my gosh, this freaking book. It's so creative and I love it, and I remember loving it, and I don't think I could ever not love it. And I really have nothing else to say about this. I just want to experience it again. Is that too much to ask? The next thing I need to reread is the Divergent series before Allegiant comes out, and I currently don't have the first one, but I do have the second one, so I will just brandish this as much as possible. I liked the first one. I didn't think it was as good as the hype, and as the book continued to exist, it just got more and more and more hype that I really don't think it deserved. Now the movie's coming out and everyone's so excited about the movie, but I still don't think the movie looks even that good, so I don't really understand the hype behind it. But I'm not here to squabble on your favorite series if you love Divergent. I'm just saying, I'm going to a book signing for Allegiant, what up? And I'm so excited, as you can tell. That's really an oxymoron. I just sat here saying it's not one of my favorite series and I get excited about the signing. But I do need to reread them because right now, if you handed me a pop quiz and said, tell me what happened in Insurgent. Nothing. I remember nothing about this book at all. Nothing. Squelch. I need to reread the first one because I vaguely remember what happens in the first one. And I think to read the third book in the series, I should probably go in with an understanding of what happened in the first two. So next month's TBR, among my Harry Potter books, I'm gonna have to be reading the rest of this series. The books in this series. Yeah, I said that right, didn't I? Cool. So that was all of them. All the books that I must reread, that I want to reread, that I think should be reread. There's nothing really else to say then, so... Bye! Kissy, kissy. Press the button, Nana.
Which one?
The red one.
The red one. What red one?
The red one that's like raised, that has the off button on it.
I don't see it.
It has a red dot by it.
Oh, this one right here?
Yeah.